guys, so I'm here today to film a foundation review and wear test for you. I picked up the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage foundation. I actually found Catrice at my local superstore. It's really hard to find here in Canada, so I was stoked and wanted to try this. Before I get into this video, you should subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. Last week I only uploaded once because I had a killer migraine like 3 days last week because this weather changing is literally killing me. So normally it's every Tuesday and Thursday, so you should subscribe, stick around. I mean, if you're watching this, why aren't you subscribed? I see you. So I don't remember how much this was, but it was pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $10 to $15 at the drugstore or at the grocery store where I picked it up. I pulled up the description on Ulta just so I can show you. On the bottle it says it's mattifying and second skin lasts up to 24 hours. We will see. Also up to, not last 24 hours, lasts up to 24 hours. That's like when you go to a sale and it says everything in the store up to 50% off, but there's like 2 things up to 50% off and everything else is 5% off. I see you. On the bottle it says it's lightweight and non-oily texture, feels like a second skin, provides a long-lasting full coverage without mask effect, and creates an even complexion with high definition finish for camera-ready skin, dermatologically tested, shake before use. Basically, that's exactly what it said on Ulta, so I'm not going to read you Ulta. Although I do want to see how many shades it comes in. It comes in 18 colors. When I saw it in store, there was like 5 of them. This is the second to lightest color called Rose Beige, which is a little dark. You probably can't tell right now, but you'll see when I'm applying it. There was one lighter than this, but it's really warm toned, so I picked this one, hoping that I can use a lightener next time I use it to kind of lighten it. So if you want to see how this applies and wears, then keep watching. Okay, so I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shade Rose Beige. The first shade looked too light, so I picked up this shade, which truth be told, looks a little bit dark. Oh, I just shook it, but that looks kind of oily. Like, that looks a little dark. Hopefully I can blend it out and with bronzer kind of make it work. Also, there's a cat in here attacking a box. I'm sorry, let me shake this. Now, I'm gonna use a sponge for this, so pray for me. Like, should I just do like the Instagram thing and drop it on my face? It's weird. Ooh. Oh, wow. I truly just feel like I have cum on my face. Is that too much for YouTube? Well, is that it? Okay, let's just start blending. Oh, okay, did that just soak, my beauty blender just completely soak that up, or what's happening? Ugh. Oh, that actually looks kind of nice on my forehead. I think I need, and it's 100% too dark. Especially now that it's drying down, I can see it. Let me just put it on the back of my hand and pick it up, because that was kind of slightly dramatic, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's much better. I don't understand the dropper thing. Can someone explain it to me? And you can see as I'm... There's a cat climbing the curtains. You can see as I'm blending it out that, like, when I first apply it, it goes on lighter and then it definitely oxidizes. So on camera, when I'm looking at myself, I can tell that it looks like it matches me, but in person it's so fucking dark. So I'm just gonna take it and blend it kind of into my hairline and really down my neck. It does, so this says it's a mattifying second skin foundation, and honestly, to me, it looks, really, it does definitely, I would call it second skin, but I wouldn't call it mattifying. Like, to me, this feels more like a satin finish than a matte finish. I definitely think matte foundations of today are definitely not the same as matte foundations used to be. When I think matte foundations before, I think of like the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo, which is just like cake on your face, whereas this feels like, honestly, really nice, except for the piece of cat hair on my nose. Let me look. I'm gonna look up close. Yeah, that looks honestly beautiful. I have so much cat hair on my face. It's out of this world. Okay, let me zoom you guys in and show you this. I'm actually really into it. So you can definitely see, I mean, it's not full coverage because like I can see my redness, but it's actually not bad. And it definitely kind of gives, that second skin appearance. Like, it doesn't look too heavy or cakey. On me, it's a little bit too dark, but on my forehead, it's settling into my fine lines, but that's pretty standard for me. But overall, I actually kind of like it a lot. So that's on. I'm probably gonna have to pick up a lighter shade of that. Story of my god damn life. I'm just gonna put my Tarte Shape Tape on because I don't want to put on anything that I don't know how it works. This is how I'll know. Yeah. This Tarte Shape Tape is generally, this is the shade Light, which is my skin tone, and look how brightening it is. That's how I know that this is dark AF on me. Hopefully bronzer will help me fix this. Oh, that's a bright under eye. That looks slightly out of control. Once I powder it, should be a little bit better. I'm gonna powder my under eye with the Fenty Beauty lavender powder. And I'm just gonna do like directly kind of in that inner corner. Like the last thing I truly need right now is a brighter under eye, but you know, that's what we're doing apparently. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my face. I will probably set this with a powder because it does definitely feel tacky, and then I'll come back when my face is done and show you the rest of the face. Okay, so the face is fully on. I set my face with my MAC Marilyn Skin Finish Natural Powder. It helped to kind of lighten the situation, and I used my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer because it's the darkest bronzer I own. Blush is Urban Decay's Video. Highlight is Fenty Beauty Sandcastles, and the lip I'm wearing is the Kathleen Lights and Ofra collab in Havana Nights. I kind of wanted like a lighter, dustier red, but this is what happened. So it is what it is. I think overall it looks really pretty. It feels a little heavy and kind of dark around my mouth area. I always find that foundation looks really heavy on my upper lip though. So let me give you guys a zoom in and we'll see what it looks like. Oh, also, once I was done doing my face, it felt powdery. So I did set it with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow setting spray, and then I took my beauty blender and I just kind of pressed it into my face, and it really helped kind of make everything look more alive. So you can see it looks a little cakey on my upper lip, which is probably not going to get better today, but everywhere else it looks nice. Like, I didn't put any highlight on my chin and it looks glowy. You can see some of my redness peeking through. I forgot to conceal this blemish. It is settling into my fine lines on my forehead, story of my life, but it looks nice. I feel like this could go either way. Either the oils in my skin will help it look a more alive, or it'll get kind of cakier and makeupier as the day goes on. But this is my first check-in. It is 11:15, so we're gonna call the check-in time 11 a.m. because how did I just turn my flashlight on? Cool. We're gonna call the check-in time 11 a.m. because that's probably when I finished actually doing my foundation. So if you want to see how this wears throughout the day, then keep watching. Okay, it is 5:01 p.m. So this has been on my face for 5.5 hours, right? No, 6 hours. 6 hours. It's still too dark on me. I went out today in what is the blistering heat of Canada right now. Can you tell I hate the heat? I am the only person in the world that hates the summer. So I went out today, I was running errands, I went shopping, and like not just shopping, I was bra shopping. So I was like trying on bras. I'm like, I don't know, am I the only person that is like sweats to death in every changing room ever? Just me? Okay, cool. So I was sweating my balls off today, and like, why is the mall always so hot? Do I just shop so hard that like I sweat, or is the mall hot, or I'm just like a really sweaty person, just straight up. Like I don't get oily, but my face sweats. So this is what we're left with after 5 hours. Honestly, it's not bad. There are some parts that look cakey. It wore off a little bit on my chin because I went to a Stranger Things themed ice cream place today, ate ice cream, made a little bit of a mess of myself. It actually does, it wore off a little bit on my upper lip, which is fine because I'd rather it be kind of worn off than super cakey. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm looking glowy still, which is nice. It's probably from all the sweat. And there are some parts that look cakey, so let me zoom you guys in. So this is what we're looking like. You can see we've lost some coverage on the chin, which is fine. Over here, it pretty much looks the same. I have this one, I have a dimple on this side of my face. And so it looks like there is a line there where my foundation has creased in my dimple. That doesn't normally happen. I might have put too much of this on though today because I was just not sure how it would go. As you can see, also it's settled into my fine lines in my forehead. Again, that's pretty standard for me. It looks a little funky right here, but again, that's also standard for me. And I also feel like whenever you look at any foundation this close up, you're not getting a realistic idea of what it looks like because no one looks at your face this close except for you. Oh, also, I was wearing sunglasses, so we can just ignore the sunglasses marks on my face. After 5 hours, or is it 6 hours? What time I put on? It was 11 and it's 5. So 6 hours, actually, this isn't bad. Like, this is totally fine. Also, like, considering how much I was sweating, a little bit of separation is totally fine. And the fact that it's still on my face, I still look like I have coverage. I look like I have foundation and makeup on. Blush, bronzer, highlight is still on. Everything else is still on my face fine. That's pretty great, to be honest, especially for like an actual foundation, because usually only like BB creams and CC creams will like last this long on my face in a day like this. So yeah, it's hot as balls out, and this is where we are at 6 hours. I'll be back whenever I decide to take my face off tonight. I'm not leaving my house again. I just got home from the mall and my feet hurt and I'm exhausted, and this is where I'm living now for the rest of the night. But I will come back and we'll see how she looks by the end of the night. So if you want to see how this looks, then stay tuned. Okay, it is 10:30, so this has been on my face for like 11 and a half hours. The cheeks look pretty much okay. The chin, I ate a really messy chicken sandwich for dinner and kind of forgot I was filming this, so the chin has looked better. It just looks really like gross. Let me zoom you in. So as you can see, chin's not great. I got some settling here that normally happens. My dimple settling hasn't really gotten any worse. Foundation's pretty much gone from my lip. Do I even have foundation here anymore? I couldn't tell you, but my forehead I know looks real makeup-y in the center there, and like kind of gross and separated. It just kind of looks like thick. Like I feel like I could, like, yeah, I literally just drew a line in the center of my forehead. Can you see that? I hope you can. It's looking a little gross. So overall, I don't hate this foundation. I feel like a lot of the times when you look at it super up close, you can kind of be like, wow, that looks disgusting. But I feel like most of my foundations, when I look at them this up close and after such a long period of time, they look gross. There's a cat under here doing God knows what. So overall, I don't think it's a bad foundation. I definitely think they need to do something with the shade range because this is way too dark for me, and I just know that the first shade is going to be too light and too yellow toned for me. I'll definitely wear this foundation again. I'm going to try to play around with it, see if I can use a lightener or see if maybe I applied too much because I wasn't sure what I was doing with it, so I kind of just like applied it all over. It does feel like a pretty like lightweight foundation, so like it never felt like, it looked a little bit cakey sometimes on my face, but it didn't really feel cakey, and also I was sweating all day like a pig, so that didn't help. But I liked the finish of it. I liked how it looked when it was all said and done, so I definitely try it again. So let me know down below what you guys thought of this foundation, or if you have this foundation, what you think of this foundation. I bought this shirt today because I spilled tea all over my shirt and the tag is still on it. Let me just tuck her in. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this foundation wear test, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!